what's up? Now put them up one time, now throw your hands up. Now throw them up one time and say, hey, hey, see. Tell me exactly who you came to see. It's AC, 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 motherfucker in the place to be. It's AC.
Hello, what's up? It's AC in the house. It's a sign of the times, y'all. It's a new season 3, episode 1. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight, and that's awesome. Thank you. The music you heard was a track off of an EP I just released, Quarantine Chronicles Volume 2. The name of that track was called TTC. Shout out to Scott. He put that together as the intro for the season, and it sounds dope, and I love it. Scott, thank you. Shout out to you for putting that together. It's awesome. It's great. Hello. Thank you all for joining. This is Sign of the Times. Little show about music, mental health awareness as part of the Hope for Us network. It's a lot of fun. I just hang out, I talk about music, current events, things that are going on, and things that make you happy that may be related to music, and it's a lot of fun. I like this show. It's a lot. I want to thank a lot of you out there for tuning in with us over these last few seasons, and just letting us know that you like it. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here we are. It's the new season. It's fall. You haven't seen me in a while. Summertime was wonderful. I just chilled out, relaxed. Spent a lot of time with my dog. Didn't really do a whole lot. Played a little bit here and there. Oh man, I really just tried to relax this summer. Just really tried to take it easy. Probably the highlight of my summer, hands down, was I got to see one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time. I grew up on them. Little group out from California called Souls of Mischief. From Oakland, from the Bay. These guys are hip hop royalty. They came out with 93 Till Infinity back in 93. And they're on their 30-year tour of this record, which is amazing. There's not a lot of acts that can do that. I don't care if you're hip hop, rock, punk, whatever. That's a big deal. 30 years is huge, and they're going strong. They're killing it. A little backstory for those of you that don't know Souls of Mischief. Like I said, they're from the Bay, Oakland. Del the Funky Homo Sapien is the one that put these dudes on. Like, pretty much founded them, put them on. Like, they started the hip hop crew Hieroglyphics, which also had MCs like Casual, Pep Love. It was just a real tight clique of MCs back in the day in California. This was huge, This is before, like, God, what were those other hip hop groups back in the day? It doesn't matter. They were dope. And I've said this before. I don't know if y'all know this or remember this, but for those of you that don't know, Del the Funky Homo Sapien is the cousin of a one O'Shea Jackson, also known as Ice Cube. That's right. So it's crazy how things work. You know what I mean? Ice Cube, Dell, Souls of Mischief. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity, one of the landmark hip hop tracks of all time. I don't care where you are. If you hear that track, it does it to you. It's that song, 93 Till Infinity, is easily one of the most recognizable hip hop tracks in hip hop history, easily. You know, you ask anybody that's a hip hop head or anybody, you know, that likes hip hop or knows anything about hip hop from back in the day or whatever, like, they know that track. It's huge, and I love that group so much. You know, huge influence on me hip hop wise. You know, especially like groups coming out of California. You know, like, you know, Far Side, Alcoholics. You know, Souls of Mischief were huge. I was lucky enough to meet one of them at the show. I felt so bad. Dude was eating some wings, but he was at the merch table, you know, and I felt bad. Some other dudes bought stuff first, so I didn't feel as bad, but that was cool. You know, I got to meet, you know, a favorite MC of mine from one of my favorite hip hop groups, you know. He sold me my very expensive Souls of Mischief windbreaker that I love and I rarely wear outside of the house because if anything happens to it, I'm gonna lose it. But it was a great show. It was packed. I took a small little clip, a little video of it. Scott, is there any way that we can show a little piece of that?
This is how we chill for 93 chill. This is how we chill for 93 chill. This is how we chill for 93 chill. Say, this is how we chill for 93 chill. Say, this is how we chill for 93 chill. My black kids do me well. When I see a fool and he gets me, hurt me tell. Another person busy this. I call busy this.
Man, that was so awesome. That was such a good show. It was like, it took me back, you know what I mean? Like, to hip hop shows, you know, like back in the day, like seeing hip hop shows at like, you know, Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, you know, the Temple Club in Lansing, you know, Max Bar in Lansing, you know, seeing like, you know, Def Jux, you know, like seeing LP before the Run the Jewels stuff, when he was doing Def Jux, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing him like a small place, like, you know, Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, you know, MCs like One Below, just like, you know, and even like, you know, like when I saw like Talib Kweli, you know, seeing Souls of Mischief, you know, it was just like brought me back, you know, Atmosphere. Just like, man, those hip hop shows, you just can't beat them. But it was amazing. You had legendary DJ Breakbeat Lou, who was pretty much he was the DJ for them for that tour, and he was killing it. There was also, oh man, there was also a Chicago artist by the name of Psalm One. I can't believe I almost forgot about them. They were dope. They had written a book. They had a DJ. Just dope. I'll have to like get that link to Scott, have him put that up. But it was that was a highlight of my summer for sure. That hip hop show felt good. I had a blast. So I don't know what Souls of Mischief are doing after this run. I think they're like going overseas for the rest of this you know, the 30-year anniversary. But you know, if you ever see them, you know, on a flyer, a digital flyer, or whatever, then going to be in your town, go check out their show. Go stream their music, go to the record store, buy their vinyl. They are hip hop's finest for sure. And yeah, give them that support because they're dope. They are hip hop royalty. So Scott, thank you for throwing that video up for me. I truly appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Souls of Mischief, they're dope. They're dope. What else did I do this summer? Let's see. I put out some more music, so that was cool. Like I said in the beginning, Scott had the intro playing for an EP that I just released. I just released another single. So all that's kind of cool. Thank you to everybody that's been listening to it. And, you know, one more time, I'll keep saying it forever. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. If there's something you like to do it. Don't worry about what other people are going to think or say. If it makes you happy, do it. Put it out there. Do what makes you happy. That's the only way. So just put it out there. So that was a thing. Release some music. The other thing is, you know, a lot of you know that I play drums. I play drums for a band here in the city called the Locals here in Chicago. Been playing with the Locals for about 4 years now, a little over 4 years, 5 years maybe. It's been a minute. I love that band. Still playing with them, still active. We just recorded a new single about a month ago that we're working on. I'm stoked on it. We've got some things lined up for 2024, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Localsrock.com to stay up to date on that, or just, you know, check out the Locals on Instagram. But the other cool thing that happened to me this summer was the Locals. We played a show earlier in the year with a band called White Rabbit Object, female fronted group. This like bluesy indie type garage rock, you know, type feel to it. That's kind of how I feel if I had to put it out there. I don't know. Listen to it. You can take it how you whatever. We played the show with them back in March, I said, and they were like super, super nice, great band, great songs, everything was cool. Fast forward to August, like towards the end of August, and I wake up to a message from them. You know, pretty much, you know, they're like, "Hey, we have the show next week, but we don't have a drummer anymore. This just happened. Is there any way you could possibly play the show next week?" And this was like a Wednesday, and the show was in like 11 days on a Saturday. And I was like, I was supposed to go see a comedy show with my brother that night, right? Like 9:30. And so I was like, well, what time's your set? You know, because it was a festival show. And they're like, festival show, it's at 5:30. I was like, bet, let's do it. So I learned 10 songs in 11 days, did the show, crushed it, then went and saw Jay Farrow for his comedy show special taping. And yeah, that was all in, you know, like I said, I learned the 10 songs in 11 days, played the show at 5:30, finished the show, went to a taping with my brother and saw Jay Farrow. Comedy show taping special. That was an awesome day. That was a lot of fun. I'm sorry, excuse me. Gotta hydrate. That was a cool day. But just off of that, the grind, the hustle, the professionalism, if you will, being on top of it, I was able to pick up a new gig. So now I'm playing. I'm playing drums for a band called White Rabbit Object out of Chicago. Um, they're releasing music. They have a single that just dropped. Um, No Rainbows in Indiana. They have the record that's coming out pretty soon. Uh, Whiskey Road Tango. Oh, they're gonna kill me. I don't. I know whiskey is in the name of that record. Can't get that messed up. But it's been a lot of fun playing with them these last couple of months. I got a small clip from said first festival show that I played with them. Scott, can we throw that up and let the people see that real quick? So that was it. That was the clip. That was all. That was what was the name of that song? Heavy Petting. That was the name of that song. I had to take it. See, I'm still putting song titles and sounds together. That was the song Heavy Petting, but that was White Rabbit Object. Best way I could say to find them is to just look them up on Instagram. That's the best way. But they're a lot of fun. I'll be playing with them December 2nd at Reggie's in Chicago. That'll also be my last show of 2023. So if you're in the Chicago area, come on out. Reggie's, December 2nd. I do believe that's a Saturday. White Rabbit Object. You can get details from their Instagram, my Instagram, whatever. Come on out and hear some good music and say hi to me. It'll be fun. That being said, we are going to move on. So, I don't know how much of you've seen in the news or whatever you've seen of what's going on. There's a situation in Chicago, a migrant situation, I guess, if you will, where people are being sent here from Texas to Illinois because Chicago, Illinois is a sanctuary city, a sanctuary state. To let you understand what that means, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. To let you understand what that is, a sanctuary city is it's pretty much a city or state whose laws protect undocumented immigrants from deportation or prosecution, despite federal immigration laws. So these places protect migrants from deportation or whatever. There's 7 states in the U.S. Right now that are sanctuary states. You've got California, New Mexico, Illinois, where I'm at, Colorado, Massachusetts, New Mexico, Oregon, and Vermont. So, what the what Texas Governor Greg Abbott started doing was sending people on buses to Illinois, pretty much Chicago. And Chicago already does not have, the best situation with the homeless right now as it is. There's tent cities everywhere in the city. So on top of that, now you've got this governor in Texas that is sending all these migrants to Illinois. All of this is just, it's all political. You know anything about politics, which I know very little, but I know enough to know that Texas, red state, Illinois, blue state, Republican, Democrat, and that's just the start of, So he's sending all those people to Illinois. It's just an overflow of people, right? If I talk about this again in the season, maybe I'll try and get some video, but I don't like to, man. But it's bad. If you live here in the city of Chicago, you see all these people camped out, spilling out of police stations because there's nowhere else for them to go. So they're all just camped out outside of police stations. They've got city buses, the CTA buses, parked along some of these police stations that they use as warming shelters or warming buses for these people to get on the buses and warm up because it's Chicago. It's November. It's cold. Yeah, you could look at it might say right now that it's 50 or 60. That's a fluke in Chicago for November. It's usually a lot colder right now. And it's about to get cold. Watch, next week, it's about to be cold, But there's nowhere for these people to stay. And it's just getting bad, Like, people outside with nowhere to go. No shelter, just outside. Women and children, And, man, it's rough. You see these people that got sent here that are here with nothing, and they're holding signs like asking for help. And it's rough, man. It's rough. And, I wish there was something that we all could do as a collective. And there is, there's definitely organizations out there that you can reach out to for sure. One thing that I want to say as far as like reaching out to these organizations and everything, please be careful of who you're reaching out to. There's some scammy people out there, and people are trying to take your money. Do your research. There's two companies, not companies. There's two places I'm going to tell you about right now that you can reach out to help for these people in this situation. There's the Pilsen Food Pantry here in Chicago, and there's the mobile migrant health team. And we'll make sure that we get links put up. So if you want to, donate to, the Pilsen Food Pantry or the mobile migrant, health team, you can do so. You can reach out. You can give these people, whatever resources. You can, afford to give. Me personally, I have a ton of clothes that I don't wear anymore, especially like t-shirts, a ton of t-shirts. I know they're not sweaters or they're not long sleeves or whatever, but they're still clothes. I'm seriously about to roll up to these police stations with bags of clothes. Be like, yo, freshly washed clothes, za. Because that's what I can do. You know what I mean? It's little things that you can do. You got non-perishable foods, drop it off. It can't hurt. I drive around with cases of bottles of water in my car. If I see somebody, and that can be even a homeless person too, I'll throw them a bottle of water. I did it the other day. Even a bottle of water, will go a long way. Just help one another. I get it. We're all struggling, but man, like, if we all just helped one another, it'd be so much better. Just everything, just everyone overall. These people didn't ask for this. They didn't ask for this. Yo, over 17,000 immigrants have been sent here since August of what, last year? That's crazy. They just put people on buses and just send them here with nothing. That ain't right. There's so much going on here that, it's just not right. And we really need to look out for one another. Just as human beings, man. It's human nature, But yeah, if you can help. Like I said, Pilsen Food Pantry, Mobile Migrant Health Team, 2 wonderful places to start, and just do your research. If you want to help, there's many, many ways out there to help. That's all I'm trying to say. Ooh, that was deep. That was real. Ooh, need to lighten it up a little bit. I got a little bit too. I got a little riled up. I'm sorry. Forgive me, But what do they say? Stand for something or you'll fall for anything? I don't know. I don't know. I just want things to be better. Everyone love everyone. What's Jackie Moon say? And semi-pro? Everybody love everybody, or everybody love everyone, whatever he says. I don't know. Anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's move on, shall we? Cool. Let's do that. So, moving on from that, the not so serious side of things, but it's still part of our life, is something dumb and silly I like to call social media. We're all on it. We're all a part of it. And whether we want to admit it or not, it's a thing. It's a forever thing. So, as most of you may or may not know, there was a social media app that was called Twitter. Twitter. I just like saying that. Twitter. I don't know. It was bought out by some dude with a funny name. I'm sorry, that's not nice. I shouldn't pick on people. He is really rich, though, and he's got a lot of money, and he's just whatever. Elon Musk bought Tesla. Or no, I'm sorry. Elon Musk, actually, he did buy Tesla, didn't he? Didn't he, rip it off from somebody? Anyways, Elon Musk bought Twitter. The dude renamed it X, which is comical and hilarious to me. I'm sorry, when someone says X to me, I think of two things. First thing, Exhibit, who's an amazing MC from the West Coast. You might know him from the MTV show Pimp My Ride, but aside from that, he had also one of the greatest hip hop singles in history called Paparazzi. Look it up, it's dope. I'm getting sidetracked. Think of two things. X, Exhibit. 2, the drug ecstasy. That's what I think of when I hear X. I don't think of Twitter. I don't think of social media. You know, I think of Exhibit, the MC, X, or I think of the drug ecstasy. Anyways, and Twitter, I feel, was already getting kind of weird anyways over the last few years. It just seemed like it was just kind of not positive, just seemed negative and toxic and just, just seemed like people just really went there to like troll people or to, pick fights, or to bully people. It just didn't seem like it was, that nice, fun app or I don't know, whatever, right? And especially, with over the last few years, with everything with the pandemic and, the election between, those people. I can't say that, can I? I have to actually say the names. Biden and Trump. Just in the fake news and, fake things being put on the, it was too much. It was just, it was a lot, right? So, in to save the day comes something called Threads. Threads is supposed to be like Twitter, but not like Twitter, but like Twitter. And it was launched by Meta in July of this year, 2023. And I guess that they started with like a hard launch, like the first 1 million people to sign up or something. I don't know. But it's integrated through Instagram and this and that and the other. But it's a platform similar to Twitter. I joined on, and I will say it is it's much better. It's actually a resourceful social media platform. I have been connecting with nothing but nice people on it. Musicians, photographers, artists, all sorts of creative people. I've made connections musically. I've made friends. People are listening to my music. I'm listening to theirs. It's actually a very nice, positive platform. I would highly encourage everyone to, if you're looking for something new, like a fresh breath of air, especially like, let me put it to you this way. If you're looking for a new fresh breath of air and you're looking for, new music, or, a new comedian or something new, check it out. It's not that bad. Another cool thing that I like about it, there are no DMs in this. So if you say something to somebody, you are saying it to them straight up on that platform. Straight up. Sure, could you go track that person down on Instagram and DM them? Sure, you could, but I guess that defeats the whole purpose of the app, right? But I think Threads is going to be here to stay as long as the right people are using it, and and the powers that be don't sell it to, you know, Elon Musk or somebody silly or whatever. I think it could be good. I think it could be good for everybody. And you, I'll probably talk about this in another episode. I don't want to get too far off, but it's really, I think Threads is going to be a game changer in a few years by a lot of ways. It's making things a little bit more personable, and I think it's going to grow true organic connections. Everybody is on a level playing field. It's not like back in the day. We are all equals, but even more so now. The playing field is everyone. Like, anybody can put themselves out there and do this. And just connect. I really feel like these social media apps should be used to connect with other people. Perfect example, right? Check this out. Just the other day, I was watching Dark Side of the Ring. I'm a huge old school wrestling fan. And I was watching an old episode, and I said something about it on Threads. I was watching the episode with like Sonny or something, and I had said something, and I had said, Jim Cornette is a true legend. And somebody that I wasn't even following or whatever, like, chimed in and was like, oh yeah, he's a true Louisville boy. Immediately lost my mind. Louisville, for real? That's like one of my favorite cities. I love it there. Big ups to Louisville. 3rd Street Dive, Mag Bar. I love playing those venues. I love that city. But I was just like, cool, get out of here. Cool. Now I have a wrestling buddy from one of my favorite cities. And then he started telling me more stuff about Jim Cornette that I didn't know. And he was like, oh yeah, he came up with the Jarrett family and did it. And I was like, the Jarrett family? You mean like Double J? Like Jeff Jarrett? He was like, oh yeah. Had no idea. And it's just little things like that where it's like, yeah, like that's a cool thing of social media, of what it should be used for. I mean, other than promoting, your art or whatever, but like actual true organic connections. Like, you can't beat it, and that's just one example, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think I've mentioned something like that too, like in a previous season, with TikTok, which is crazy, like interacting with people on that and like finding like connections with people, I think that's a beautiful thing, and if it's used right and correctly, I think it could be good for a lot of things. So if you're not on Threads, check it out. If you don't want to, then don't, but if you want to see what it's all about, you haven't checked it out, go for it. I've had nothing but positive experiences on it. I will mess with that, all day over X Factor or whatever they're calling it this week, tomorrow, whatever. I don't know. But if you're looking to discover new music, artists, whatever, a breath of fresh air, go check out Threads. It's cool. And I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Drop us some comments. Let us know what you think. Who knows? Maybe we'll come back to this in a couple episodes and we'll see if I still feel the same way about it. See if anything changes. We'll see. So that's Threads. Let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's move on out of here. We are floating through this first episode of the new season. Just floating through it, just flying by. Before we get to the end, we'll do all that later. We'll just do that later. We'll just keep going at it. Water. So, into this episode, season 3, episode 1, season 3, episode 1. Can't even talk. I always, try to end the episode with my prop segment. My props to female segment. This female artist, I feel I didn't know that she has been around for quite a few years now, but she has definitely blown up for sure in this last, I would say, 6 months to a year. I had heard this one track by her called Woman. I didn't know it was her for the longest time. I was like, that's kind of a cool track. I had no idea it was her, right? Then I'm watching this show on FX called Dave, about this dude that's a rapper. If you have not seen the show Dave, check it out. It's hilarious. It's a feel-good show. It'll make you laugh. It's funny. Back to it, though. Doja Cat was on the show. And I don't know why, but just like from that episode alone, I was just like, okay, I have to know who this person is. I have to know who this person is. I got to know who this person is. I got to know what makes them tick. I got to know their music. Who is this, right? Little did I know she was the person singing that Woman song. Blew my mind, right? Goes deeper. She's got like the hottest track out right now, called Paint the Town Red. It's like the hottest track out right now. Had no idea. This Doja Cat, she's got an amazing name too. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to mispronounce it. It's beautiful. It's like 4 names. It's the illest thing. Born and raised in LA. I guess she was like putting out like SoundCloud tracks when she was like first started, as a teenager. Got picked up, put out her first EP called Purr in what was it, in like 2014. So she's been been around for a little bit doing her thing. She's definitely won some awards. She's got a Grammy under her belt, on top of some other awards. She is definitely her own person. If you have not checked out her music, check it out. It's definitely it's dope. It's dope. I would also check out some of her interviews. I didn't have any interviews posted for this because I went down the rabbit hole, just checking out her interviews. This young lady, man, she might be the most punk rock, hip hop, R&B female out there right now. Her interviews are like she's got like, because like if you listen, like It'd be like a couple of her records, like that. Okay, like her most recent record, Scarlet. Like, there's a couple tracks where I'm like, damn, what's up with her voice? Like, it just sounds like not like the other 4 songs I heard previous, or you know, and like remember like watching this interview with her, and she was like, yeah, sometimes my voice just isn't there, but I just show up and I'll just do the song. Like, yeah, my voice isn't perfect, I can't help it, I'm gonna lay the track. And it's like, okay, you know, as where, some artists would be like, no, I'm not doing the track unless my voice is perfect. She's like, hey, you know what, this is me, sometimes it just doesn't want to work, so I'm just going to do the track, let's just fucking do it. I admire and I respect that, because I'm sure, sometimes it's just not happening. I've been there, you know what I mean? But and just some of the other things that she said, and she talks about in her interviews, man, she just, you just, I can't, I don't want to overstep, I don't want to misquote her. I would just say, go YouTube her interviews, check her out. You will be like on top of liking her music, you will have that like ultimate respect for her. I almost guarantee it. Her most recent release, like I said, Scarlet, just came out. The main single was Paint the Town Red. Scott, can we play that quick clip from the MTV Awards with her? VMA style. She had like a little medley. I thought it was really, really cool. She had, if you watch really closely, the people behind her are mimicking everything that she does. I think it's really cool. Check it out. I gotta give her props. She can sing, she can spit. My brother and I were arguing. He was like, she's got a bunch of writers, and she might have a writer or two. I don't know. I don't think so. I think she, I don't know. Maybe she does. I don't care. I think she spits fire. You know, there's a lot of music that's coming out right now that I don't agree with. That I don't think people put any effort into it. I think people just pull a word out of thin air and just try and make it awesome. This person actually has skills. I've listened to this Scarlet record multiple times, and some of the songs you might listen to and be like, what? And some of the songs you're like, oh, what you say? Yo, run that back. Like, Doja Cat can rap. She's got skills. She's got bars. I said it. I like it. It's a good record. I'm still trying to go through all the production notes of it. Paint the Town Red, her main single off that record, dope. Demons, dope. Agora Hills, y'all know that. That's a hot track. 97. I'm telling you, like almost every song on this record is fire. My personal favorite is a track called Can't Wait, where she's got this takes a sample from this old Mary J. Blige beat. So hot. It's dope. I'm gonna stop talking about her because I'm just gonna. I've said what I need to say, but I wanted to give her props. Excuse me, because she's great. It's good music. Go check out her interviews. She's on tour right now, the Scarlet Tour. It's happening. Check her website to see when she's coming into your town. I know I'm trying to go. She's going to be playing here in Detroit. I'm sorry. I'm not in Detroit. I'm in Chicago. She's going to be playing here in Chicago December 13th, I do believe. So I'm going to be trying to go check that out. So, yeah, Doja Cat, there's your flowers. You're amazing. Check her out, y'all. She's dope. She's bad, nothing to mess with. So that's that. That's my props. Props to women. Doja Cat, you're dope. You're dope. And with that being said, I think we're done, y'all. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Episode 1, Season 3. We are done. I want to thank all y'all for spending your time with us. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to tune in this Sunday to check out the Tomorrow Show. We got a new time, 3 p.m. This Sunday, November 19th. Right here on the Twitch channel, Hope for Us Network. Again, thank you all so much for spending your time with me. Shout out to Scott for making all this look awesome. And one more time, thank you all for joining in. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe. Peace.